Hello everybody, and welcome back. I just hit the elevator. Welcome back to some Ragnamod 6. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we done the Twilight Forest. And that's pretty much all I have done. I did finally break down and make this guy right here. No soliciting sign. I've been told about this thing a couple times and I could not find it. I finally found it and made it. This thing right here is configured. If you notice, I've been AFK for a couple days and there's no plague doctors. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's so nice. So that's great. The other thing that has not happened since then is I have not been bothered by any goblins. I usually just hide back here, go AFK, and that's where I go. And I usually wind up having 2 or 3 goblins that spawn down here that are all up in my face and stuff. But yeah, they didn't spawn either. As far as anything else, the only thing I've done is I've added our next room. We're not going to mess with this today. Today, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to get started on our next bit of getting resources together. We've got started with some of the mystical agriculture. Still more stuff that I've got to do. We got started with the jellyfish. Our jellyfish done pretty good for a while until they all started despawning. We still got a lot of stuff in here though. So yeah, that's a thing. But today we're going to start working on environmental tech. There is a few reasons for this. One, once you get into these later tier miners, you can get tons of stuff from them and get tons of stuff really quick. It's going to take a while to get it going, but it's something that we should have probably already done anyways. I've had the stuff to do it. The other thing we need from these is, of course, we have to go through each tier of these with the crystals. And we need a bunch of the nanorite ones, especially for these guys, because they are used in... Where's that? I can tell you what it's used for. Is it the nanorite ones? Need it for that. Automated packaging, no. Shape crafting, no. That. Ah, there it is. Sequence assembly. We need it for our draconium. So, and I want to get into draconic evolution pretty bad, but we're still a way off from that. We got plenty of draconium dust. Creative essence is a whole nother story. But anyways, that is where we're going today. So first things first, our little quest here. To begin environmental tech, you need to make litherite block in the casting basin with Tinker's construct. We need molten queen slime. That's not too bad. In order to get the molten queen slime, ooh, they've changed the texture of this. We need magma cream, which we can get from magma blocks. Easy enough. We need gold and we need cobalt. I have went and done some mining and got a bit of cobalt. We've got that. I did go get some magma cream or magma blocks. We've got that. And I forgot what the other part of that was. Gold. We've got gold. I've got gold galore. We can just run out here and grab some gold out of here. And that'll give us what we need. Alright, so in order for us to get the queen slime, we've actually got to have the higher temperature, which is the blazing blood, which is the whole reason to begin with why I done some looking and found all this out. So, that is where we're at. We're going to go ahead and do everything that I've got right now. To do this, we need basically 1 slime ball, 1 ingot, and 1 cobalt. Gives us 2 ingots worth. We're going to need a whole bunch of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do up a whole stack of each. And we'll go from there. Alright, so for the next part of this, we're going to need blocks of Uranite. That's one of the reasons why I have already processed a bunch of this up so we can get it to go. And we're going to need... Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea because that will make blocks of queen slime. I didn't even check to see how much that is taking in order to make this. 2 blocks and 2 ingots. Yeah, we're probably going to need a bunch of this. But there we go. We've got our first bit of litherite. We're going to need enough to do both the solar and the void ore miner. We're going to go ahead and do both of them at the same time. So let me get all these made up. Alright, so we have run through all the cobalt that we had, and I've got a total of 17 blocks, which we can break down, and that's not really a lot, but I'm not exactly sure how much we need just yet. That's going to give us some wafers. So, we need to make a few things. First off, we need to make the assembler. All this stuff can go away for now. For that, we need flash memory. We're going to need a few of those. We're going to need CPUs, which is pretty easy to make. We're going to need some of those. I went way past where I needed to go. We need to make some structure panels. We're going to need nether quartz. I'm going to probably have to grab some. We're going to need obsidian plates. It's just obsidian. So we've got that. We're going to need a bunch of obsidian plates. We're going to need some pistons. We're going to need to make a memory programmer, which is more of just the same stuff we just looked at, plus some volatile memory, which all of that's easy enough to make. The RGB controller, we don't necessarily need this, but we can go ahead and make it. We're going to have to make some of this stuff anyways to get all of our stuff. So, for the solar panels, we need outputs. We need this guy right here, tier litherite. We're going to need that iron. That is a null input-output block, which is easy enough to make. We're going to need some null modifiers. Those are easy enough to make. We're going to need a bunch of the structure panels. Those are... That's in the assembler. We're going to need those guys. We're going to need a bunch of these guys because we need 19 for the solar panel, and then we need 22 for that. So yeah, we're probably going to need more litherite. We need Fe input. We're going to need more nullifiers, more of those. Laser lens, these are all easy enough to make. Should be, yeah. I've got a lot of stuff to craft up, so I am going to get to crafting. I'll be back. Alright, so we have got our... Ooh, they've changed this. We want to go directions... Wait. We want it down. It don't matter which way it's... You can preview this now. That will work. So let's build this. Why did that not work? I have everything. Does it need to be down here? That's... Nope, that's not going to work either. Well, let's just go ahead and do... I'm missing... Oh, wait. I'm missing our structure panels. Let me grab those. Alright, I got it built. So we've got this thing set up. Now, we were going to do the solar panel, too. And there's a problem with that. That's too far back. To do the solar panel, we need a tier 1 basic crafting table. And in order to make the tier 1 basic crafting table, we need black iron. And in order to make black iron, we need these chironite interconnects, which means we've got to get to a tier 3 void ore miner before we can even do that. So, we need a couple of things. One, we need to program a flash memory. We want this set to resource miners. I think it is. No, it's not resource. Back. Multi-miners, we want a crystal miner. this should get us our crystals. Let's also grab a barrel. Let's go ahead and make us... We can't do that because I don't have netherite right this minute. Let's go ahead and take this. We'll put this guy that should auto output into that. Let's give him this right here. And then all we need to do is give it power. And I've got to go get a flux plug. Alright, so we're back. First things first. We got this thing running. I had to add another FE input. These things will only put in, I think it's 1200 FE a tick. I don't know, does it show? Yeah, I don't know, it's 1000 FE a tick, and it takes 1800 FE to run the crystal miner. So I went up and changed this, or made another one, changed this out. We did have a slight flaw in our slaw. I didn't realize this. When we made our reactor, I put the wrong flux plug on this thing. So, yeah, it was not actually doing anything. But I got it, and it's working the way it wants to. Matter of fact, we've not even got our first bit of cyanide out of this just yet. So, but that's all done. We've got that guy running. Now we just got to wait for it to run. I need to make sure that this here area is chunk loaded. So let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah, I did that funky. But it's chunk loaded, and we can now let this thing run. And as you can see, we've already got a few out of it. We're going to get more litherite than we are rhodium. It's just the way it works. The crystal lens that is for getting more of the lasers, or not lasers, but the crystal is, it doesn't have a recipe. So I have no idea about that. So, but we do got a quest to complete, right quick, couple quests to complete. We get more laser lenses, we get a second assembler, and then we need to make this RGB controller, which is actually pretty cool. It doesn't do us a whole lot of good, but we'll make it just because we can make it. So let's do a handful of those. We need one of those, and then I need one of these. And boom, there we go. Now with this guy, you can change colors. We can change the colors of, that doesn't change anything. Yeah, we'll just go with that. And you can use this on this, and you can change all the blocks for your miner, which is a neat little thing that they added to this. I like it. It's the only problem is when you go to make the next tier, we've got to color more. So, but anyways, that's that done, and then that gives us food, and that's going to give us more litherite connects. That is all we can do for the moment. We can't get any further until we get at least 64 of these guys. So that is where we're at with that. So one of the things we hadn't checked on just yet. We've got almost four stacks of nether star fragments, which means we've got almost a half a stack of nether stars that we've just got just because. We still need to do the nether star seeds and all that stuff, but that's for another time. We're going to need nether stars here pretty soon. Which brings me into the next thing of what we're going to do. We're going to start going back through some of our this stuff. We need to get moving along with Botania. I'm not too worried. We've got to craft all these. I'm not worried about crafting these just yet. Our next part of doing this is going to be to get through these guys here, we need mana powder quartz. We need to get into our Terra Steel stuff. But first things first, we've got to do our runes. Should be able to do this just fine. It's nothing but a bunch of just a bunch of crafting. We do need to make mana powder, which does have a different recipe. It does take obsidian to do this. I probably need to get that going. Alright, so not too hard stuff to do here, at least for the moment. Our main runes that we need: mana steel, mana powder. We just made the mana powder. I've already got mana steel. And then the rest of the recipes are pretty much the standard recipes. Nothing real major with this. So I'm going to get stuff together and get our first tiers of these crafted. So if you haven't made these before, all you need to do is you can either right click this stuff on it, or you can just drop it on it. You'll need a piece of living rock on it. Wait till it gets the mana that it needs. Oops. And once it does, boom, you can get your runes. Works that way for all of these. Alright, so we have got the first set of runes squared away. Rune of fire, rune of air, rune of earth, and rune of water. Now, the next tier of rune, that's not what I wanted. The next tier of runes that we got. I did have some issues with this. The rune of earth would not craft with just regular cobblestone. Or not regular cobblestone, regular stone. I had to use a different stone. I don't know if that's a bug or what. It shows that it's a recipe. If we look at the recipe for this, it shows that you can do it, but it would not do it. I changed the mushrooms out, then changed the stone next, and it worked with scoria stone. So yeah, but the next runes is the runes of seasons. These just take a combination of the first tier runes and some ingredients. Nothing too hard or serious to do. We do need to make another cake, and we need snow, and that might be the only thing I have to worry about, so I'm going to get on those. Alright, so one of the things that I forgot to make just now was the rune of mana. We got that guy complete now. It is one of the tier 1. That gives us a bunch of sugar cane. So we've got that. So with that, before I go into making any more of the runes right this moment, we're going to go ahead and work towards getting Terra Steel. We're going to need this guy right here, which block of mana steel we've got. We need 3 blocks of lapis. That's not the lapis block that I wanted. I wanted this one. And then I'm going to need 4 more. And this guy here, that's going to use up one each of our runes and going to use up the 1 mana rune that we made. But that's got us our terrestrial agglomeration plate. We can now start looking at making our Alfheim portal, but we do need some sparks. These guys actually shouldn't be that hard to do. I probably don't have the stuff in here to do it. I had enough for 4. I need 1 more. I need to get some more flowers. Alright, so for us to get our Terra Steel, we need to move mana. And the best way for us to do that is to place the sparks on these 4 pools. And then we will come just more or less right over here, and we will set this guy up. Because that's all going to go away. Hopefully, before we're done today, I doubt it. We'll have to see. So we want to place this thing down. We need living rock. We need our 4 lapis blocks. We need our terrestrial agglomeration plate, and then we need a spark. That is going to take care of that. I need to sleep. Alright, so we need a mana diamond. We need a mana pearl. And then we need a mana steel ingot. Recipe's still the same to make these. It just winds up taking... the recipes for these guys are different. So there we go. We've got our 1 Terra Steel ingot. We got the spark. We've got that guy. That's the Thorm Chakram. I'm not really worried about that right now. So we need to make Natura Pylons, which takes 3 of those. We got to do all that. Glimmering Living Wood, and we need our Gateway. So these recipes are still the same. Our main thing right now is I need some more Mana Diamonds. Because these guys are still fairly full. I need to get some more Terra Steel going. We're going to need a handful as it is anyways. We are out of the Ender Pearls. The recipe for that was, of course, Ender Pearls, which is coarse fruit, which that's why we've got this guy over here going. So we can do this. Alright, so we're back. We're ready to do this, like this portal. So we've got everything set up. I've made a mana tablet to siphon some mana from over here to over here. Right click on that with our Wand of the Forest, and boom, we've got that ready to go. So we need to complete some quests. It's going to give us that. That's going to give us that. We've got one for the mana tablet. That's going to give us diamonds. It doesn't do us a whole lot of good. So our next bit of business is I need to start working towards... I was wanting to fight the Gaia Guardian. Before we can do that, in order to get the Gaia Pylons, we've got to get Alfsteel first. We just need 1 piece, which is going to take 2 full pools of mana to get the 1 piece, which is a lot. But first things first, we've got to do all the other stuff. So for Mythic Botany, we need the Mana Infuser. Let's get that up there. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. None of this stuff does us any good anymore. We're going through our thing. We need to get all of our other runes. Not our other runes, but Rune of Asgard. We need Rune of Pride for that. And we need a Rod of Bifrost. And we need Netherite Ingot. Alright, so that takes care of that. We talked about the runes of the seasons. Just other runes that we've already made. And are the elements to make the runes of the season. And then other stuff. We've got the runes of... What are those? The 7 deadly sins is what they are. Rune of Pride, Rune of Sloth. They take a rune of summer, or not summer, but a rune of the first 2 tiers and some mana diamonds to get it. And that's basically what all of them are. They're not that bad. And then we've got the Mythic Botany runes, which take just other different stuff. It's just a bunch of crafting. We're going to need more mana. I've got these guys mana and up. I've got to make some more stuff. So, basically, what I need to do right quick is show you this. We need mana pearls. We need mana diamonds, which I've got 1. I don't think that's enough. That is... Yeah, it does give us 1. So we throw a mana diamond through. We get a dragon stone back. We throw a mana pearl through, we get our pixie dust back. And then we need 2 pieces of mana steel. And that gives us our elementium. We're going to need to make more of all of this stuff to get to where we need. So, I'm going to get at it. Alright, so it's been a minute. We're just about where we need to be in order to get what we need. We just need some shimmer rock. We've got everything else together. That is not what I needed. I need the Rod of Bifrost to make the Bifrost block. We had to make another one of these, which is fine. So we've got our shimmer rock for this. We've got our gold for this. We need to make our Mana Infuser, which we need some elementium, and we need some dream wood, which I need to throw a few of these guys through here. That'll work. And then I need some mana steel, and we are basically out of mana steel. Alright, there is that taken care of. And shoot, I forgot glowstone. Alright, let's try this again. So we just need the glimmering dreamwood, which we now have, and boom, there we go. There is our Mana Infuser. Now we can get rid of this, because this will work for both items. So place these down like we did before. Place the gold down in place of the lapis. And then place the Mana Infuser down where the Terra Steel plate was. And then we need our spark. There we go. How do I have another spark? Am I missing a spark over here? No. I don't know where all the other sparks come. So, now, in order to get our Outsteel, as I said, we need 2 pools of mana, which should be doable. This one is more than 3/4. This one's half, this one's half, this one's almost 3/4. That should be, if my math is right, which it's when we're using fractions, probably not. But we should have what we need. I just need to grab some steel right quick, because I don't know why we didn't grab enough of it before. And let's go get what we need for this. So, we need 2 pieces of mana steel. We've got that. Let's just go ahead and throw that in there. We're going to need 2 mana diamonds. We can take those diamonds out. And then we're going to need 2 mana pearls. We're going to need more than 2. No, that's all we need. I don't need but 1 mana diamond and 1 of the pearls. And I missed. I can't use that one. So one of these, one of those. We've got. That's not what I wanted to do. We want to take all of this and throw in here. So that gives us our dragonstone. That gives us our elementium. That gives us our pixie dust. And now we should be able to come over here and place this guy down. This is going to take a minute. That is not working. Oh yeah. Crap. We gotta make one more thing. In order for this thing to work, we need a dominant spark augment on this guy. So now we should be able to do this. There it goes. Like I said, this is going to take every bit of mana that we have in order to make one. And we need to make 4 more after this so we can get the seeds. Oh, that was close. But we've got our first piece of Outsteel. So that is nice. Will that give us another piece of Outsteel? It does give us a second piece of Outsteel, which is lovely. I've got to clean up a bunch of quests here. Timeless Ivy. I have no idea what that is. We'll have to look. That gives us our Bifrost blocks. We didn't even need to do that. And then I've got all of these. I don't have any other quests to complete right now. Let's just go ahead and do all of that. Yeah, that made a great big mess. So let's put all of these guys up. We don't need them right now. And get that picked up. We still got a lot of stuff in our inventory. Alright, so before we take on the Gaia Guardian, we've got everything we need except for making the pylons. The pylons, now that we've got the Outsteel, easy enough. I just got to go through the tiers. I do want to make these guys right here, Absorption and Health Boost. I think that's the 2 that I want. The rest of these guys I'm not necessarily worried about right now. These guys are all tiered up, so I'm going to try to get these as high as I can. To do what we need to do, which I just more or less want a little bit of, we've got regen already. Absorption will help us out. I just want some help fighting this guy so we don't die. Alright, I was able to get them all the way up to a tier 5, which is the Supremium tier. We are still quite a bit away from, I need to get Inferium taken care of quick. We just run through another 30 stacks of that just to get this. So now all we need to do is add this to our armor, which I'm not sure. That does give us the health boost on that one, and I think we can put a second one on here. No, we cannot. Oh, wait. And that gives us the absorption, so that should... It gives us more hearts. Gives us a lot more hearts. We should be good to go with this. All I need to do now is get our pylons made, which I need to get the stuff to do that. Alright, so we should have everything together now to do this. We need all 4 of these guys. I should have put those in there. We'd have been alright. So there we go. There's our 4 Gaia pylons. We need a beacon, which means I need a nether star. I haven't even looked at the recipe for this. I'm hoping it hasn't changed. It has not. So there's us a beacon. We need some iron blocks. Well, it don't have to be iron. It can be anything for a beacon base. That will work. And then we need something to activate the beacon. Piece of iron will work. So that is everything that we need now in order to set this thing up. So we need... The easy way to do this is our Lexica Botanica. I need to get our elven version of this. Beautiful. We got that. Alright, so we are looking for Gaia. Mark all as red. I don't care about all of that. Entry index. Ritual of the Gaia. That's where we need this guy right here. Let's visualize this. And we're probably going to have to find someplace else to do this because I don't think there's enough room right here anywhere to do this. That might work. So let's get this guy set up. Alright, so I've got this thing turned down. Hopefully it's turned down enough. So we've got everything set up. I did grab us a Supremium apple just in case we have any issues with this guy. And we should be good to go. So that will not work. We are... Yeah, this right here is got to be fixed. Which kind of sucks, but we'll fix it. Alright, so let's try this again. Beautiful. I do have this guy right here. And it is set to the Guardian of Gaia now. So basically we just need to try to kill him. He's not too bad. We're not taking a ton of damage. I should have done something for Wither. That's the biggest problem that we have as far as taking any damage from this guy. Let's see here. Alright, so he's done. We just got to fight off the baddies he drops. I don't know why I am getting slowness. Or that's not slowness, that's absorption. So, this is a lot easier when you... I should have added some attack damage to this. Or not attack damage, but area of attack. There we go. That's taken care of. He should drop. And boom. He is now dead. And we got 8 Gaia spirits, which is awesome. That is enough to take care of what I want to do, which is to make our first Gaia ingot. Which for that we need just a piece of terra steel. We got terra steel's not that hard for us to get. We can do that. Matter of fact, we're fixing to get a bunch of stuff. So, that guy. our first Gaia Spirit ingot. This is what we need as an environment for this guy's not got anything in it for this guy. And we can put the Gaia Boss in there, and we're going to collect a whole bunch of stuff now. Recipe. This guy drops Gaia Spirit ingots, Gaia Guardian heads, overgrowth seeds. This is one of the things we need right here. Black Lotus. So we need the Gaia Spirits. Blacker Lotuses is nice. That'll give us a bunch of mana. And then these three guys right here, we won't have to craft them. We just get them about every time that it spawns. So that's really the only way of getting Gaia Spirits other than actually killing the Gaia Guardian. And it's not hard to kill, but these things are all filled up. I just used a bunch of those. Those are all filled up, yeah. Alright, so with all of that, we've got a few quests we need to complete now. We got one for a Gaia Spirit Ingot. That gives us a second one, which is nice. We've got one for the Alsteel Pylon, which gives us more gas tiers, which is great because I just used all of them. That gives us a potion of strength. The Gaia Spirit is going to give us a music disc. And for the time being, that is where we are at. We've got a lot of Botania done. I really need to just go through and craft some of this stuff. I might do all that. The armor, not necessarily worried about. Tear Steel, we got to wait on because I don't have the mana for that just yet. The rest of these runes, I can probably do. I don't think there's anything really too off the cuff for us to make. But as far as what mana stuff goes, or Botania stuff goes, that is pretty much where we are at for the time being. We got to get some more mana. I got to get enough to do all of our seeds. These guys are a tier 6 seed. Yeah, we got to get more Inferium going. I may need to work on that off camera too. Add a few more plants. But with that, that's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.